Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Denaari the Great here. We're about to go over Samira, the Desert Rose. We're gonna watch the trailer. We're gonna go all over the moveset, and I think I got something about her moveset that I haven't seen anybody mention so far, and it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to try this character out. Let's just get into it. We're gonna watch the whole trailer first, and then we'll go over the moves after that. We'll watch the whole thing. I'm not gonna interrupt it. We're gonna watch the whole thing. We'll come back and piece it together.
Looky here, target practice. I'll take care of this. Finally, some action. Nice try. Let's make this fun. Flawless. Over here. You're mine. Came all this way to die? Done and dusted. Name Samira. Try not to slow me down. Buy something nice. On me.
Yo. That's crazy. All right, let's talk about it. We're gonna bring up the moves here so you can see the moves. All right, so here we are. Keep that there because we're gonna go back to the video possibly. All right, so there's our base stats. We're not gonna talk about those. So her passive is Daredevil Impulse. Samira builds a combo by hitting attacks or abilities unique from the previous hit. Each one increases her style from E to S, and there's 6 total. Samira gains X movement speed per grade. Samira's attacks in melee range deal an additional X magic damage increased up to X based on the target's missing health. And Samira's attacks against enemies affected by immobilizing effects knock out for 0.5 seconds and deal damage over 6 separate attacks. Samira dashes into range against targets slightly outside of her attack range. Alright, so there's a lot in that passive. The big thing is the style, and we'll get to that in a minute, but just know that you're going to have to switch your abilities up. So auto attacking over and over is not going to get you this style. You got a Q auto attack, W auto attack, E auto attack. And that's going to be a huge part of her kit. It's going to separate good Samiras from bad Samiras. I like the fact that she's going to be melee too. It's just something new that we haven't seen out of ADCs, man. It's awesome. And Samira's attacks affect against enemies affected by immobilizing effects knock out for 0.5 seconds. We saw that a little bit in the video against Mordekaiser. Right about here. Immobilized, she does the 6 attacks and then the Q to kill him. Yeah, that is awesome. If it's really 3.5 movement speed per stack, man, we have another like Lilia on our hands here. It's gonna be crazy. All right, moving on to the Q, which is called Flare. Samira fires a shot, dealing X physical damage to the first enemy hit. If this ability is cast towards an enemy in melee range, Samira will instead slash with her sword, dealing X physical damage. Either hit can critically strike for 25% bonus damage. If cast during Wild Rush, which is her E, we'll get there, Samira will strike all enemies in her path upon completion. I mean, that's a pretty simple ability. You've seen it, the first part of the Q here against Aatrox right at the beginning of this. Or right here. That's the first part of that Q, and there's the second. There's the second again. Like, just super cool. So cool. Just something new. Like, they're breaching new ground here. We've never had I wouldn't even consider that Jace to be in the same category as Samira, because I mean, I know he does both, but his range is abysmal when he's in the ranged form. This is just something completely new. This ability is nutty. So this is Blade Whirl, the W. Samira slashes around her for 1 second, damaging enemies twice for X physical damage each, and destroying any enemy missiles that enter that area. And we see that in the video, like right about, well, there it is without breaking any of the enemy missiles, but then you have, it breaks the Zerath stun right there. How insane. Earlier in the video, it breaks Twisted Fate's gold card. Like, that's just insane. It's insane. We have, it's Yasuo's Wind Wall that does damage and you can move while you're doing it. Insane. It's insane. Her E is Wild Rush. Samira dashes through an enemy or ally, slashing enemies she passes through and gaining attack speed. Killing an enemy champion refreshes this ability's cooldown. This is gonna be the killer, man. You're gonna go in there. I wonder if it resets. I know it sets only killing an enemy champion, but I wonder if it resets on assists. We'll have to figure that out. But this is gonna make dueling her or being low in a team fight with her around gonna be very, very bad. Gets that bonus attack speed, but also refreshes, so she can just dodge through your whole line, slicing and shooting people up. Man, this champion. I can't wait. Here's the real thing, and this is part of the thing that I haven't heard anybody mention yet in their videos. Her ultimate is called Inferno Trigger. Samira can only use this ability if her current style rating is S. Samira unleashes a torrent of shots from her weapons, wildly shooting all enemies surrounding her for 10 times over 2 seconds, each shot dealing X physical damage and applying lifesteal. Each shot can also critically strike. So crit builds are going to be insane on her. Not only that, because then you have the Infinity Edge, but before, with her Q, each hit can critically strike for 25% bonus damage. So now you're getting, what, 250 critical damage on your Q with Infinity Edge? It's insane. Imagine getting 100% crit with her. It's going to be insane. But the real thing, applies lifesteal, so you're going to be able to go into team fights, which is something AD carries don't normally do, and I'm talking go into team fights and use this. As long as your style is S, you're probably going to live. You're probably going to live. And each shot can critically strike. The real killer here is, I haven't seen anybody mention that right there. Her ultimate is on a 3-second cooldown, and at max rank costs no mana. So essentially, if a team fight is long enough, or if the enemies come in one by one, she essentially could ult 5, maybe 6 times in a team fight. And we see evidence of her doing such a thing right here in this video. Actually, I think it's a little further. Yeah, right here. Ults, doesn't kill Sivir right away, kills Sivir, gets her stacks back up, and then goes and ults Azir in less than 5 seconds. And you can just continue to do that as long as you're building style. Like, oh my goodness. The crit builds are going to be insane. Crit lifesteal builds are going to be insane. She's just insane. Her base attack range is 500. That's just slightly lower than Caitlyn and Tristana, I believe. But she's got pretty high HP, 600 base for an 80 carry. Like, she's just gonna be a monster, man. And the fact that you can just continually build style and ult and then style again and ult is gonna be insane. She's gonna either be a nightmare to balance or just gonna be consistently top tier, kind of like Ashe is right now. The only thing that makes me kind of worry, and it doesn't say it in the passive, is if her stacks fall off. So if she doesn't use an ability, like she does 3 abilities and kills somebody and gets up to like B, is she going to stay on B? If her stacks fall off, that might be the way to balance her, but if they don't, then it's just going to be, there's going to be a lot of people dying. Lots of people dying. So yeah, that's my review of Samira, going over her abilities, her kit. I really think she's going to be crazy. I can't wait to try her in the mid lane, in the bottom lane. Those are my 2 favorite lanes. She's just going to be nuts. Thanks guys for checking it out. I do really appreciate it. and come back for more League videos. We'll be around. Your boy Denaari. We out.